Great to have you here. Thank you for being here. Charlie has not yet left the building. Just to let you know, he's going to swing by to say goodbye before he actually leaves. I know, we've all fallen in love with him. But first this morning, the list of accused sexual harassers continues to grow as disturbing new allegations have emerged against more bold-faced names in Hollywood and the media. 3 more men facing serious allegations of sexual misconduct. Serious. This as Oscar-nominated actress Salma Hayek, the star of Frida and From Dusk Till Dawn, joins the ranks of the dozens of women making accusations against Harvey Weinstein, and hers are very specific. But first, a marquee name in music remains under fire. NBC senior national correspondent Kate Snow has the details.
And Russell, right down front.
This morning, Russell Simmons, the music mogul and wellness guru, facing multiple new allegations. In 2 extensive reports in the LA Times and the New York Times this morning, 9 women accused Simmons of a wide range of misconduct, from vulgar language to assault to 4 instances of rape. One woman telling the LA Times, "He was pinning me down and I was trying to fight him, and he had his way." Simmons' attorney told the LA Times he vigorously denies that claim, and Simmons responded to the rape allegations in the New York Times, saying in a statement in part, "I vehemently deny all these allegations. These horrific accusations have shocked me to my core, and all of my relations have been consensual."
Good evening from Los Angeles. I'm Tavis Smiley tonight.
Also this morning, PBS suspending distribution of Tavis Smiley's late-night talk show after an external investigation prompted by allegations of sexual misconduct at Smiley's production company. PBS saying in a statement in part, this investigation included interviews with witnesses as well as with Mr. Smiley. The inquiry uncovered multiple credible allegations of conduct that is inconsistent with the values and standards of PBS. Variety reports Smiley had engaged in sexual relationships with multiple subordinates. Some witnesses interviewed expressed concern that their employment status was linked to the status of a sexual relationship with Smiley.
I was as shocked as you were to hear.
Overnight, Smiley denying the allegations, saying PBS overreacted and its investigation was sloppy.
PBS investigators refused to look at any of my documentation, refused to talk to any of my current staffers, refused to give me the names of any of my accusers, and refused to give me any semblance of due process. It is clear that this has gone too far, and I, for one, intend to fight back.
Adding in a statement on Facebook, if having a consensual relationship with a colleague years ago is the stuff that leads to this kind of public humiliation and personal destruction, heaven help us. In Hollywood, Salma Hayek breaking her silence about sexual harassment. The actress revealing in a New York Times editorial, Harvey Weinstein is my monster too. Hayek says she thought her dream had come true. Weinstein said yes to distributing her passion project, Frida. But little did I know it would become my turn to say no. No to opening the door to him at all hours of the night. No to me taking a shower with him. No to letting him watch me take a shower. No to letting him give me a massage. No to my getting naked with another woman. No, 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 no. And with every refusal came Harvey's Machiavellian rage.
She gave herself time to truly process and decide to come forward.
Hayek is one of more than 90 women who have leveled accusations against Weinstein, ranging from sexual misconduct to assault to rape. Weinstein has repeatedly denied any allegations of non-consensual sex. A spokesperson for Weinstein released a lengthy statement saying in part, all of the sexual allegations as portrayed by Salma are not accurate, and others who witnessed the events have a different account of what transpired.
Kate Snow joins me now along with NBC senior investigative and legal correspondent Cynthia McFadden to talk more about this. Thank you for being here. So Let's talk about Russell Simmons first. Carrie Clausen-Kaligi was the first woman to go on camera on this show with an allegation about Russell Simmons allegedly sexually assaulting her years ago, as she said Brett Ratner watched. Here she is. Watch.
Russell came over and started making advances. And at the time, I thought it was a joke. And it became increasingly apparent that it wasn't a joke. And he continued his advances, and I looked over at Brett at that point for help, and I'll never forget the look on his face. It was in that moment that I realized I think this was their plan all along. There was no help that was going to come.
And she said he privately apologized to her, which was a different message than the one he gave publicly. Right. So do we think more women may come forward against Russell?
At this stage in reporting on all these stories, Megyn, for the last 2 months, I would say yes, because that's what's happening, right? As the floodgates are open. 9 women this morning. I mean, I spent part of overnight reading the New York Times and the LA Times and trying to digest what is being said this morning. 9 women, 4 of whom allege rape against Russell Simmons. And these are new accounts, separate from what you just played. He has said that they were consensual. When there was sex, it was consensual. But he also said, I have already apologized for the instances of thoughtlessness in my consensual relations. That's a quote.
To me, it just shows the power of one woman coming forward. She was scared. She didn't want to do it. And now you've got several other women alleging rape. These charges have yet to play out, but I'm sure those women were at home watching her and reading her account. Tavis Smiley, Cynthia, he says, look, this was a sloppy investigation. The consensual affair shouldn't be the grounds for outing somebody unfairly, but we don't know whether that's all it is.
Well, he does raise an interesting question. Let's say that he's telling the truth. Let's say it was simply a consensual affair among colleagues. There are those who would say that there's no such thing as consent if one person's the boss and the other person isn't. Yep. And so it's a complex. Now, I know that Kate was showing me this morning, Variety says that they have witnesses who say it wasn't.
Right. Variety says, to be clear, Variety says that the PBS investigation uncovered witnesses who told them that he was verbally abusive, he was a threatening boss, and, quote, made some employees feel their success was tied to a sexual relationship.
That's the key.
Right.
And also, if you have a consensual relationship at the office and then it ends and then you retaliate against that woman, that's sexual harassment. I mean, I don't know that that's what happened, but it can be a consensual affair that goes south, and if you punish the woman after the fact, that's harassment.
Absolutely. But
I do think
it's complicated, and I do think his statement, it's worth noting that, I mean, not only is he saying PBS, he's saying PBS overreacted and conducted a biased and sloppy investigation. He says he didn't even know they were investigating until he heard about it from people who'd gotten phone calls. And then, he ultimately says, if this is what brings people down, I'm looking for his exact quote, but he said, if this is where we are, where people's reputations are being ruined, this is Tavis Smiley speaking, by consensual relationships, then heaven help us, is what he said. And I think that question's being raised in a lot of workplaces right now.
Well, we'll find out, because, again, consent is dicey. When
it's complicated.
A lot of men think that they've completely charmed a subordinate because she laughs at the jokes and she smiles at him.
Right.
And, when he comes after her, she politely tries to whatever. But it's a power thing. A lot of the women are sitting there thinking, holy cow, I don't want this to be happening, but I don't want to lose my job.
But there's already some backlash, though. I was with a friend who, big executive on Wall Street, who helped run a program for young women to be integrated into the high levels on the street. She says they're already getting phone calls from guys who run big corporations saying, you know what, let's just hold for a moment. We're worried about having women in our workplace now. So, this is
That is also illegal.
This is complicated.
That is also illegal and not your solution, men. Women need to come, and you need to treat them respectfully and keep your hands off of them. It's really simple.
Right.
Cynthia, Salma Hayek comes out against Harvey Weinstein with these incredible allegations. The man's been accused by 92 women. Now he issues a 4-paragraph denial about Salma. She got under his skin.
She got under his
What's
skin.
the deal?
Well, as you know, I know Salma Hayek not very well, but we did go to Africa together on a story. We went to Sierra Leone. She's a humanitarian. She was working with UNICEF. She was getting tetanus shots to children that cost a penny, but kids are dying all over Africa for want of them. And so she went as a demonstration. She is strong. She is direct. I'm sure she got under his skin. And, she doesn't say that she agreed to do the things except for the nude scene she didn't want to do. She said she said no in the movie. She says she said no to him.
He tried all the things he's allegedly tried on the others. Watch me shower. Let me watch you shower. Give me the massage. It was like right out of the Harvey playbook, as alleged by the 90 others.
She stood up to him in all of these instances, but says she just feels, humiliated and bad that she didn't come forward at the time, that maybe it would have stopped what followed it. Probably not.
And I think that she speaks to, again, a larger issue in Hollywood and beyond. I mean, if you read her piece in the New York Times, I urge everybody to read the whole thing. It's about Hollywood, and it's about the way the system works.
And the lack of women in power.
Yes.
in decision-making roles that affects the movies you watch, the messages you receive, the messages the country takes away as how women ought to be treated, and who's in the halls of power. It's a fascinating read, you're right. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.